What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Mass 360 YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by and checking us out. Like this video, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified on a weekly basis when Tyson and I post new videos to this channel. Let us know in the comment section below any questions you have, primarily when it comes to Tyson, because he's a former Apple genius. I like saying that, Tyson, Apple genius. Any questions regarding Apple, and we could hop in here and address those. In today's video, we're talking about the Volume Purchase Program, VPP, what that is, and the advantages to pushing apps via VPP versus in the Mass 360 portal. So, Tyson, thank you for hopping in here and addressing those questions for us.
Absolutely, man. So the primary difference between the app catalog and VPP is if you don't want your users to be signed into an Apple ID, if they're pretty restricted devices and you don't want them to have a personal account logged in on there, you can't really push apps through the app catalog because you need an Apple ID to be logged in. Whereas if you use VPP through Apple Business Manager, then you can push those apps silently and have them install without an Apple ID being on the device.
Okay, so
Those
those
are
install automatically. There's no interference or onus on the employee to take action on those installs from VPP.
correct.
But what was the disadvantage again via the Mass 360 portal, Tyson?
If you do the Mass 360 portal, then you can still install apps silently and they'll go into your app catalog, but you will have to have an Apple ID logged in on the device. And if you don't have the setting turned on, I believe if you don't have the setting turned on for installing free apps without any verification, you also may have to uh, log in with your password for that app to actually download.
Got it. Okay. So then there would be onus on the employee to make sure
Correct.
that app is downloaded.
Now, when
With
you
VPP,
set up
that
a
doesn't not the case. Okay.
Yep. So VPP, you don't need any user interaction at all, and you can push that app and not have you can restrict having an account on the device at all. Like no Apple ID on the device, no iCloud logged in, and you can still have that app download because you got the licenses through Apple Business Manager. You purchased them or got them through Apple Business Manager, and they will show up in your app catalog on your Mass 360 portal, and it'll tell you how many tokens you have, like how many licenses you have available and how many you've used. But that's really the primary difference is if you don't want your users to be able to have an Apple ID on the device, you're really restricting it. You only need 4 apps. VPP is your perfect answer.
And it doesn't really sound like there's any disadvantages to VPP.
Not really. Sometimes you have to purchase more licenses if your device environment grows. But really, besides that, like, if you have 16 iPads, buy 20 licenses, give yourself a little buffer, and those apps will then automatically show up in your app catalog. It'll let you know how many are being used, how many are uh, still free. And those will also free up as you take them off of devices. So if you switch something around and one department loses a guy and another gains a guy and you know the the new the, the new device owner doesn't need that particular app, it'll free up a license for you.
Okay.
So you have those licenses available to you. Only real dis like literally the only real disadvantage um is that you might have to go in and download more licenses. The
So
other thing to think about is that, and I've had clients call us with issues when it comes to uh, apps not pushing correctly. The main thing you need to think about as well is Apple will halt your ability to do so if you don't log into Apple Business Manager and update your consent for the terms and conditions. I have
okay.
seen that too. So if there's new terms and conditions came out, I think one just came out March 31st, 2022. If you don't go in and most people go in and they see trying to see what's going on and they just click consent and it's fine. But that can be something that gets in your way a little bit too.
Okay, and you mentioned purchasing licenses. So VPP is not a free program?
VPP is a free program, but think about it, Matt. If you're a company and you have a bunch of employee devices, you don't want, say it's a paid app, say it's $1 app for scheduling or something like that.
Uh-huh.
You don't want your employee to have to purchase that app through their own
No.
personal Apple ID. You want to purchase it as a business. And that's what VPP allows you to do through Apple Business Manager is it allows you to purchase apps in bulk or get because a lot of apps are free. But if you do need to purchase an app, you can put a company credit card right on Apple Business Manager,
Gotcha.
purchase the licenses that you need, and then distribute them to the devices.
And this is something that we are getting set up on the most part on the first or second call, POC call,
Correct.
when it comes to
Correct.
iOS devices.
Yes. Yep. If
Awesome.
that's the way they want to do it. Sometimes we have clients that they don't really need to restrict the devices all that much. And they're like, well, we're fine with, we just want to be able to manage mail and make sure that, the managed apps aren't allowing a flow of information into unmanaged apps and stuff like that. In that case, you might be completely fine with them having an Apple ID on their device and downloading personal apps as well. But if you don't want that to happen, that's the biggest advantage with VPP. Otherwise, you can use the app catalog and it'll work very similarly.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I didn't know a lot about VPP, Tyson, so this video definitely helped me out. I know it's going to help other people out as well. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Tyson and I are more than happy to, hop on a call with you guys or make another video about this to get more in depth. But Tyson, thank you for hopping on as always. And in the next video, I think we're walking through how to renew the VPP token because I know that comes up with clients. But thank you for watching. Like the video,
Absolutely.
subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when we post new content on the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it.